Realizing this is my first ever spoiler talk video, so please comment below and let me know how it goes. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend so far. But as far as the weekend goes, yes, Candyman is officially in theaters now. Yes, that being said, it's time for me to finally talk some spoilers about this movie. I got to see it a week or so ago and I just been holding it in. I got to do a review for it, but can't get into the spoilers because, you know, people don't like spoilers. But now the movie's out now officially. I can get into the nitty gritty of this movie, and seeing it again a second time, I'm like, I really like it even better. It's that to do with that theme. Like, play the theme real quick.
This is where it all began. The story of Candyman.
Yeah, that's the stuff right there. This movie really does to the mythology and the ideology of the Candyman legend in itself, and I like that this movie is a spiritual sequel to the original one while also kind of being its own retelling of the original by doing its own thing. And remarkably enough, this movie's pretty funny. Like, not funny in the fact that it's like a horror comedy, but funny in the fact that the way that people react and say certain things make you be like, it's funny because it's true. That's some real shit. And props to the director and the writer of this movie, Nia DaCosta. That's her name, Nia DaCosta. Hope I said it right. Nia DaCosta, her and Jordan Peele, they really did their research and really got into, they knew what they were doing with this movie, and then they knew what they were doing with the characters in the movie too, because everybody in the character was believable, white and black, believable, because when the black people were doing shit, I was like, yes, that's how black people will do it. And when the white people were doing shit, I was like, yep, that's how the white people would do it too. They're dumb. I still love you, white people. It's just sometimes y'all do some questionable things that get you killed. Let's spoiler talk times. Let's break down Candyman 2021. It's in theaters right now. You can watch it, and let me break down how this movie goes, and let's talk about some spoilers. Let's get into it. Also say, if you haven't seen the original Candyman, it's on Peacock right now, the most freest of free streaming sites ever. I would highly suggest watching the first Candyman, then seeing the 2021 version, and then coming back here to talk some spoilers. Here we go. First of all, the movie opens up with the flashback scene that you saw at the beginning of the trailer. The beginning of the trailer is literally the beginning of the movie. We got this young boy character, you know, established that the movie takes place at Cabrini Green in I think it was 77, so we'll say it's 1970s, 70s. This little boy pretty much just goes down into, you know, the laundromat, stuff like that in Cabrini Greens, and you see this hole in the wall of shit, and you learn, like, okay, you know, there's this guy, this local guy, his name's Sherman, everything like that. You know, he's nice with the kids, he got a hook for a hand. Nice with the kids, though. And you learn that more or less the police were looking for Sherman because, you know, he was a local cat. He gave candy to the local kids and everything like that. But then one day, a white girl on Halloween, because it had to be Halloween, white girl gets a piece of candy and it has a razor blade in it. So, of course, the police are like, it's gotta be that black guy. Gotta be him. Anybody else, it has to be him. The guy with the hook. It's him. They've been looking for him, but you know, us black people, Wakanda forever, we stick together. So we didn't, you know, tell the police, like, they know he's in the area of Cabrini Greens, but you know, like, we're not gonna snitch and shit. So he and the little boy, they meet each other, stuff like that, and he offers him a piece of candy, and the little boy screams, and then it cuts to, you know, present day Cabrini Green 2019 with my man Anthony, who's still the name, I can't pronounce it, and I won't, you can't make me. I won't, but really watching it again, he's a great actor. I really love this guy, man. I want to see him in more shit. Put him in the MCU because he was good. He's a struggling artist, stuff like that. You know, he's trying to find his way, and he's got, you know, his boss or whatever. It's not his boss, but his other white dude, because always a white dude in this type of situation, shit like that. He's getting on his ass talking about, you need to find your spark. You need to do something, and, you know, we need the Anthony of yesteryear to give us the good painting shit. So get out there and find your spark. So that ultimately leads him to Cabrini Greens, and he's, you know, searching around the project and shit like that because they're closed now and everything like that. And he runs across this dude who works at the laundromat. And when we worked at the laundromat, we learned that the guy that worked at the laundromat, you know, this guy right here, and pretty much he was the little boy you just see in the beginning of the movie. You saw at the beginning of the trailer. It's him telling Anthony the story of the Candyman, stuff like that. And pretty much his perspective is that it was this old cat named Sherman, and the police just came in and they, you know, fucked him up because they thought that he, you know, gave a piece of candy with a razor blade to a white girl. Can't have that shit. That's grounds for killing. So the white people, police, they killed him and beat the shit out of him by Rodney King style. As the legend goes, when you get brutally murdered like that, you get to come back as the Candyman. So the legend goes that you say his name 5 times, he will appear behind you. Okay, we're good. He'll appear behind you and pretty much just in your life like that. And that's the legend. Of course, that gets Anthony kind of curious. So, of course, him and his girlfriend, Brianna, they gotta, you know, test the water and shit like that. But I will say from the jump, she's like, nope. Not today, son. I love that. I love when characters do things that I myself and other people in the audience were like, yeah, don't test that shit. Don't say the Candyman's name. Of course, Anthony does it, because if he didn't, we wouldn't have a movie. So he said the Candyman's name, and now the way when he first does it the first time, because they're like at the apartment or just chilling, stuff like that, you see Sherman in the background, oh so subtly before it cuts away, and I love that shit. But now I told you it, you're going to be on lookout for it, or let you didn't see it. But if you did see it, then be like, yeah, I saw that. That was some clever editing. Good job, movie. So we go to the night of the art gallery open like that, because he gets the inspiration about what happened to Sherman. So he paints a picture of it. And of course, this snobby art critic bitch, she's like, this is indubitably not good. So fuck you, I'm gonna leave. Of course, that pisses Anthony off. He can't have that and shit. And then the other dude, the white dude that was getting on his case in the first place, he's like, oh, Anthony, why are you such a douchebag? But Anthony's response to him, he was like, you're a bitch, or so. He says, you're a bitch, or something like that. And the whole audience was fucking laughing. I was laughing too. It was funny. All the people, bitch, timeless joke. More or less, of course, the white dude that you saw in the trailer, the white dude and his girlfriend, they call out the Candyman's name, and the Candyman comes and kills them. But how he kills them is really interesting, because he kills them through the mirrors. Like, you see their bodies are being torn apart by this invisible force, but you can see it happening through the mirror, the way it's shot and cut and edited. It's so cleverly good and ingeniously shot, and I love it, because like you see glimpses of it and you see how it's done, but like I said, it's not like, like the dudes in front of them just, gutting the fuck out of them, but it's like the way it's shot, you can see it through the mirror. That was a good touch. I loved it. Plus, it was very brutal. Like, when he slit that girl's throat the first time you see it, it's all bloody and gory, and I love that shit. And when he killed the dude, I was like, cherry on top. Yeah, I love that. But kind of fast forward a little bit forward, stuff like that, Anthony learns of the legend of Helen from the first movie. He learns that, okay, like, yeah, Helen, she had a baby and stuff like that, and she went on a crazy murder spree, and she was going to kill the baby to offer it up to Candyman or something like that, but they got the baby back, and Helen just killed herself in the fire. But what I like about that is, like I said, there's different takes, different legends. That's how legends work. It's like there's different versions, different incarnations of it, because we know what happens if you watch the first movie, but how they break it down, stuff like that makes it even better, because it's like, I like these different takes, stuff like that, because like, what's really the truth? Fast forward even more a little bit, because Anthony, more or less, he ends up seeing Sherman in the mirror, like you say you saw in the trailer. A lot of stuff I'm telling you saw in the trailers. I just like talking movies. That's what I do. Also, shout outs to Troy. This guy right here, Troy.
Black people don't need to be summoning.
I love him. He was funny as hell. He was hilarious. He was the gay black dude, but he was like the gay black dude that knows, like, yeah, I believe in this shit, but I'm not going to test it. It's smart as hell. Love it. Speaking of not smart, let's get to the part where we got the white girls in the bathroom and shit like that who just want to test the waters. But what I love about this even more, before we get to the depths of that, when they're doing the Candyman chant, they get to number 3 and the window and the shutters just open up. They just open up like that. And the China girl's like, no, peace, I'm out. Bye-bye. I love that so much, because I'm just like, yes, that's what people would do. Like, literally, when that happened, the whole theater was like, nope, out, bye-bye. And that's what the girl said, nope, bye-bye. And I love that, because like I said, I like seeing smart people in horror movies do smart things. That's how it will go down. The white girls, nope, they're dead. The way they get brutalized, stuff like that, it's like you see it, but then you don't see it. It's through that mirror and shit, because, the visible force, you know how it goes. Fast forward and put more to the movie, we learn that Anthony is pretty much he's not turning into the Candyman, but he's kind of like being possessed by him, more or less, because if in the first movie, Daniel Robitaille, Tony Todd's Candyman, took him, and he just, what did he do to him? We don't know, but he's the chosen one. But more or less, he's turning into the Candyman, more or less, and the black dude who I told you about in the beginning of the movie, the little boy who runs the laundromat, his sister was killed by the Candyman, so he's like on this whole revenge spree of like, yeah, I'm gonna bring the Candyman back and kill him, because Anthony was the baby that Candyman took way back in the day, so yeah, kill him and then Candyman can come back, or it was some convoluted bullshit. I didn't know what it meant, but I just knew that, yeah, he's coming back, and that's bad news. And the way he comes back and everything like that, it's interesting, because it's like throughout the movie, Anthony got this bee sting on his hand, and he's just been morphing until he's just like, like damn near full Two-Face. And then it's like, okay, cherry on top, we gotta complete the ritual. So he takes Anthony's hand and literally saws the fuck out of it, and that they should. The way he just saw it off, and then he takes the hook and he just jams it into his stump. I was like, that is so brutal. It hurts. And I love it. More or less, Candyman more or less possesses my man Anthony, and he comes back. Anthony, he ends up dying because the cops shoot him and shit like that because he's always cops. But then he gets revenge because he tapes out all those cops, stuff like that, but he leaves the one cop until he didn't. He killed him too. The girlfriend got kidnapped, shit like that. She's just like, yeah, let me say his name 5 times. She does it, and then he appears and kills everybody. And then the last shot before the movie cuts off, you see Tony Todd's face materialize over Anthony's face, and he's all like, tell your friends, tell everybody that we want a sequel. And then it just ends like Candyman. I was like, go, okay, not bad. Not bad. But then, like, at the credits go, you see the shadow puppeteer that told the story and the legacy of other Candymans that were happening throughout history. And then when you really watch it, and the way you break it down, because it's being shown to us with the trailer music playing, the dun 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 dun. I can't do it. I'll just play it real quick one time.
Local character, he walk around handing out candy to the neighborhood kids.
That shadow puppetry shit, the way they were telling that, I was literally just in my theater for like fucking 3 minutes watching it, like, oh, the credits are going, but it's good storytelling, and I like this even more. I feel that's a good ending. I like that. Today, Candyman 2021 in the theaters right now. What do you think about it? You're going to go see it? Comment below. Let me know. Just talk about it because it's in theaters. I hope you like my spoiler talk breakdown of it. This is my first time doing it, so I hope it's not too long. If you want to see more spoiler talk, I guess I'll do another one if you want me to. As always, guys, subscribe. Until next time.